All right. Back
Hello,
a little bit
hello.
early than Sunday, trying something new.
Trying to squeeze every last bit of nerdle juice out of the week.
Get in the elevator.
Tell everyone. Facebook. What are we doing here in Windia?
I think basically trying to figure out what to do. So we're supposed to
Oh.
find that wind dragon and have Ryu talk to it. But
We're gonna get some new dragon powers.
probably, I hope so. I mean, it's about time.
Hmm.
But just trying to figure out what to do here. Oh, there we go. And I was right. We have to just switch to Nina and talk to these guards.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Yeah.
That was the plan from last time we left off.
Back the fuck up. Okay. Stuff.
We love stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's not coming back. It's not happening. Oh god.
He's just sitting there. I'm a king. Oops.
Mm-mm. Useless Cray.
King has an intense stare on his portrait.
He does.
He's like, "What did you just call me?"
There's something about his eyes. I don't know what the deal is. Or maybe it's like his big forehead. It's like a very pronounced forehead. Or brow.
It's not like a bad picture in any respect, but it just doesn't seem like that's the picture of a king right there. He doesn't look very regal. He doesn't look like in command. He's just like a confused guy. Huh?
No. I see what you mean. flying above the clouds.
The wind. Maybe you can show us where Shenron is.
It's got nothing on the Panzer Dragoon Dragon. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Sleeping in the castle.
So you know he's on his throne. So
Not even look. It doesn't even look. It looks like a chair.
Chair. I don't know if I'd call that a throne, really.
Right. It doesn't even have arms or armrests. Like his colors are all like dingy and like dark purple or whatever. Like, so Nina's clothes are a lot brighter.
Purple works. That's a royal color.
It is, but it's like it doesn't look dirty. It just looks like faded, dingy.
You got a fat frog. That's what he keeps in his dresser. Definitely has a king-size bed.
Okay.
Oh, what's down here? Really nothing here? Okay. Fantastic.
Excellent. What's up, Victorkins 188? Greetings.
Greetings.
I have never played this game before. Ben has.
Yeah.
Once?
Honestly, maybe once or twice.
Twice?
Like
Okay.
full playthrough for sure. But then like kind of kept playing it once you get to the end, like end game stuff.
Oh, sure.
That was more extensive. But I did forget how weird a lot of parts of this game are. I don't know. I swear I don't remember having issues with like the camera controls and things like that.
We weren't spoiled just yet on good camera controls.
Do I know it pretty well? No. I have a vague recollection of stuff that I did, and I was like, oh, I think this is kind of important, or like this plays a role in something else, but it's all like bits and pieces.
It's like Memento.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
Like, oh wow. Are you a big fan of Breath of Fire, or just this game in particular? This game. Oh.
Yeah, just this one, huh?
Well, so that's even more interesting. How did how did that come about? Because Roy and I played Breath of Fire, like the very first one from SNES.
Yeah, on Super Nintendo.
And then somehow we got our hands on the second one. Like, I don't know if that one ever came out in the States or if we got it, emulated it or something.
I think
or
you
maybe
played
it was like
well before I did.
Obscure release in the US or something like that.
I think it had a cartridge release, but I never had it or anything like that. I have it on Switch now.
Oh, 2?
Yeah, it's free. You have it too. It's well, I mean, it's part of the package that you get with online service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
Chrono
both
Cross, Valkyrie Profile, FF9. Yeah. So Chrono Cross, I love that game. That game was a ton of fun. Probably the thing I remember the most were some of the cutscenes and like the music. I thought that the game had a fantastic score.
It was the same guy as before.
Oh.
As far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Chrono Cross, I liked watching you play it. But then when I went to play it, I just didn't like the battle system and all the field effects.
Yeah, with the field effects.
Stuff. Like, I just didn't like it. I mean, maybe if I gave it another chance now, it might be less bad for me. I don't know. I think I remember
it having a particular issue. Or like, I don't know, it presenting a challenge necessarily. Like, you sort of knew what to do and how it worked.
Right. It wasn't a matter of like not being able to control it well. It was like I just didn't like that it was there. Like, okay, I get your little twist on this battle system. I don't like it. Thanks. Thanks, I hate it.
That's fair. Doink.
But yeah, the graphics, the cutscenes, and the music, especially, were both really cool. From what I remember watching you play.
Yeah, oh no. Okay. I remember getting some special collector's edition of it, and it came with the soundtrack, like on a CD.
Yeah. Had like a booklet, like a big.
Or maybe that was also like a normal edition that came with it.
Yeah, it could have been.
But whatever one I got came with a soundtrack. I ran into PS1 Breath of Fire 4. Or
I think
was it?
I think
3.
Well, go ahead.
3 as well was for PlayStation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think at any time, unless like it was like right after it first came out, Breath of Fire on Super Nintendo was always kind of an expensive cartridge.
I don't even remember how I got it. Or why I got it.
Were you already into RPGs at that time?
So Super Nintendo time, I would say yes. So I would have played like Final Fantasy on Nintendo.
Okay.
And then I would have likely had FF3 on SNES, which was like my go-to RPG.
I feel like when I first met you, you didn't have FF3 already. Because I think you got it in like grade 7, 7th grade. I don't know why I said it backwards.
Something like that.
Been watching too much Canadian TV. I don't know. But when so what I'm trying to say is when I met you, I think you already had Breath of Fire, but you didn't have Final Fantasy 3. That is, you already had 1, obviously.
It's a good question.
But I could be wrong about that.
No idea how I got it.
I mean, it was 1,000 years ago.
See, I'm trying to remember Breath of Fire 3. I remember bits and pieces of it again, but I'm pretty sure I beat that one as well. Like 4 is the last one that I played.
Hmm.
Because there's like 5 and 6, right?
There's actually a 6th.
Isn't there?
Mm.
Because there's the Breath of Fire something like Dragon Quarter. And that's either 5 or 6, or like I'm missing one in between. FF2?
Yeah.
Yup.
2
Cecil,
aka 4.
Lydia, Kane.
I do still want to play that one. I've never played it.
2?
Well, I think I've played it just a little bit. Like I started it in an emulator and never finished it.
I was like,
didn't even really get started.
It's like a sealed version of it in plastic wrap.
Oh, hey. That's not what you bought when you came out here, right?
Well, that one and this like box version of Final Fantasy 1 for NES.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, I remember that one.
It still works.
Yeah, the only problem with it might have is the battery being dead.
I think it still had the save file on there, so it worked.
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah, it did. But I mean, like, if it's boxed up and sealed and all that, like, the connectors aren't going to corrode or anything like that, so... unless the capacitors or batteries die on you, it'll work forever.
That's probably likely what'll happen.
Oh, we're going to be streaming for about another hour. I gotta head to work soonish.
Typically, we stream on Sundays. Though with like 4th of July coming up, like I'm going to be out, so we're not going to be streaming this Sunday.
Right. Actually, most of July is probably not going to be Sunday because I have after the 4th, I've got stuff to go do too. But normally on Sundays, and we're going to try to do Tuesdays around this time too. Sundays will be a little longer though, about 3 hours. A real good fishing spot. At what point did every RPG ever made require you to go fishing?
This might be like near the beginning of it. The Breath of Fire 1 had fishing, didn't it?
It did. It did.
That could have been the first one. Yeah,
Zelda started doing it
right before the Tower of Wind now. So now we're supposed to go find some person that communicates with that wind dragon.
Yeah, the Oracle.
The Oracle. And then I think that triggers the next sequence to go to that tower.
I like how the king's like, it's beyond my power to control the dragon. Better go find some old hermit lady. Probably on some weird, like, nature drugs.
Shrooms.
Eating some magic mushrooms from around the corner.
That's how she talks to the dragon.
I found these in cow poop. Ugh.
What? No.
The animation on those pigs is really weird. It's like whatever they're like puffing out, whether it's like smoke or like whatever from their mouth, it looks like they're sucking it back in.
You're ridiculous.
It looks like it. They just reverse the animation. It looks like they're spitting something out continually and sucking it back in. It's gross.
Damn it, Nina. Couldn't take it out.
Yeah. Where are you going for the 4th? You going to your parents or your sisters?
My sisters.
Cool.
So just going to LA. I'm actually leaving tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And then gonna work out of LA for a bit. Then take like the long weekend, and I think I come back on the 7th.
Are you flying?
Yeah.
Your poor cars. Who will say hi to them?
Poor cars. Oh, is that the fishing spot? Yeah, the poor cars. Oh. The Evo has been on a bit of a fritz.
Mm.
But I think the front O2 sensor's busted.
Okay.
So I just ordered one on Amazon, like, super cheap and quick, and it got here today. So I'll throw it in and I'll see if it behaves better.
Excellent. Thanks, Vic Deacons. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, definitely stop by again. We'll be playing this for a bit.
Yeah, we'll probably need some of your advice at some point, too.
Most definitely. But yeah, this last time that I took it out, why did I drive it?
Because it's cool.
That it is. Did something to it. I had some reason to like take it out and test it, and it was something unrelated to what the issue was. But I was driving it, and then it had basically a really hard time building boost.
Mm.
So I could tell it was struggling, and then it would spool up, and it would spool up like normal, so it would kind of go to like 25, 26, 27, and then peak at like 28 psi of boost.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically at that much boost, it would start to flip out again, and it would like backfire and knock. And I was like, what is happening to this thing? And I was getting really weird signals from the O2 sensor, the front one.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that's at least a problem. But kind of at like full throttle with like that much boost, it's not using the front O2 sensor. So I don't think it should be directly related to that. So there might be other issues.
Mm.
But I'll throw in the new O2 sensor and I'll see what it does.
Hopefully that takes care of it.
Mm. If it doesn't, we'll figure out what it is.
Right.
I do want to fix that weird, I'm just going to assume it's an oil leak into cylinder 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it's because the valve stem cover that's leaking, or like the valve stem.
Is it just a bad one?
They don't go bad often.
Mm.
But if it does go bad, like at minimum, you'd have to probably take the cam out, like the camshaft. Normally, you'll pull the entire head, like take the cams out, pull the valves out, and replace that. So I think if that's what needs to be done, I'll just do like a kind of a full valve job on it. And
Well,
then
it's open anyway.
Well, anytime you pull the head, you should send it to a machine shop, and they sort of check it for straightness and make sure it's good, and they don't need to like plane it or whatever the term for it is.
Mm.
So it's just like,
Bore
ugh. No, it doesn't need to get bored. But if it's not straight, then they'll like shave off a layer of it and make sure it's straight. And that way it like mates down with the block correctly.
Cool.
But if it definitely is a valve stem and they're like, yep, gotta pull the head, I'm like, okay, let's just replace all the valves, the springs, and honestly, that's probably about it.
Barktail.
Because I still have that ETS turbo that's on order.
Mm-hmm.
It's been about like 3 weeks and change.
A whole new turbo system.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Are those quick to put on a new one? Take off the old one?
It's not particularly long. Like in this Evo, it's very easy to get to. It's like basically just you look down and it's right in front.
Cool.
But to fit the new turbo, I also had to get a new radiator and a new fan.
Oh, really?
Because the turbo's too big.
So you got a smaller set of the other two?
Mm-hmm.
Are they less functional than the other two? Like, is your radiator gonna have to work harder now?
Nope.
It's just a better, smaller one.
Yeah, it's just a better, smaller one.
Yeah, cool.
So there's kind of like racing radiators, or like, I guess they're more used for like drag racing, really, where it's essentially like half of a radiator. So I didn't want to get one of those. I wanted to stick with like a full radiator. So this one's a full radiator, but it's just a little bit narrower than...
Cool.
Let me get up there. Oh, that's weird. Then the factory one. So that'll accommodate the turbo and the fan.
Cool. Triple pigs.
Get him. But I don't necessarily want to slap all that stuff on if the motor's still having some issues.
Right. You gotta figure that out first. You're when you work remotely, is it like do you have to bring a whole bunch of shit with you, or is it basically just like your laptop, some files, or maybe whatever?
Yeah, so I have to bring some of the hardware because like I have engineering units of like Roku devices which aren't the same as production units. And I kind of need those to like do my job.
But they're not very big.
No, it's gonna be the same size.
So it's not that tough to like just bring your shit with you.
Not really. Like depends on what I'm doing. Certain things are easier. Like if I need to do really in-depth debugging or something, and I have like my actual network set up with like my Linux box and like everything's connected, and I know what the IP addresses of stuff is and all that's set up, like that's like ideal for doing at home. Like if I had to do that at my sister's place, it'd be a huge pain in the ass. But recently all I've been doing is really just sitting in management meetings, so just need my laptop for that. But I do usually take at least like one piece of hardware with me so I can check stuff in case things pop up.
Poke around with it.
Long boots.
One boots.
Experimenting. Oh wow, he has way more defense than everyone else. Interesting. Something here? No. No. Still didn't kill it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it's the oh no, it's not the weekend after the 4th that I have to work. That's the weekend I'm going to be in El Paso. The weekend after that, I have to work on Sunday.
Okay.
It won't happen too often, but every once in a while they'll need me to work on either a Saturday or a Sunday.
But then you get some day midweek off?
No, just get overtime.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but they can't make you work overtime.
It's not entirely required, but they bug everybody about it.
Oh, interesting.
And like, I want the overtime, so
yeah.
I'm gonna work on. So the 4th is on Sunday, and for some reason I don't really understand why. I'm not gonna complain though. There's Monday after is a holiday, and so like
yeah, because it falls on a Sunday, so
right,
it's observed on Monday.
I didn't really know that was a thing.
It's weird that it is.
Yeah. So I'm gonna work on Monday like I would anyway, and get double time instead of regular time, because it's a holiday. And well, I guess the best part about it is the double time. But another good part about all that is that since it's a holiday, there's like not going to be all that many like tests going on. Like all the stuff that I deal with that night is like blood draws and drug tests, all that stuff from that day.
Okay.
So the workload is going to be super light.
Kind of a chill day.
It's going to be a super chill day for twice the money.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it's like a no-brainer plan. I'm not even going to do anything on the 4th for the 4th anyway.
Are you flying or driving to El Paso?
I'll drive. It's only like a 6-hour drive.
Oh, it's not disastrous.
I haven't gotten to drive all day in a long time anyway, so since doing Uber, I don't mind. Plus, I don't like being somewhere without my car, or without a car to leave if I need to leave.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And you wanted to do a Vegas thing sometime after?
Yeah. I don't really have a time frame when I want to make that happen, but like whenever after.
Sweet.
You know, whatever is good for both of us.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I was to Vegas. Yeah, it would have been for some work thing.
Mm.
Like 3 years ago.
I think my Uncle Paul said he's gonna be still in Florida for a while. So like I don't think like it would make a whole lot of sense just to wait for him to get back to go then.
Yeah.
We'd probably want to go before he gets back.
Sure.
Unless he like comes back like for a random weekend. I'm talking like he's I told you he's like working out there right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he'll be back, moved back in like a year, I think.
Oh jeez. Okay.
It'll be a little while. But Peggy's still there.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And I think some of my cousins are still there. I know that Casey just moved to Irvine.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think one or two of them are still in Vegas.
Are you down to do like a food and drink tour?
Of like what?
No, I just want to eat bomb food and
What?
get cool drinks.
I mean, that's what you do in Vegas, isn't it?
Cool drinks for me are just interesting whiskeys and scotches.
The last time I went to Vegas, like to actually like go to Vegas, like the last few times I've been there, it was just to visit family or like set up for moving there, which never happened.
Mm.
We all wore like suits and stuff just for fun. And I don't remember what casino I was in, but I went into a fairly nice looking bar, and I just asked for like a rum and coke. And I didn't ask for top shelf or anything like that, but since I was looking nice, I guess, he gave me like, he's like, all right, here you go, $30. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was most of the money that I had there. I was looking good, but I didn't have a whole lot of money at all.
It's a dangerous game.
I mean, I bought it, obviously, because you can't unpour a drink. But it was really good. It was like a super strong rum and coke. It had to have been like 151.
Oh god, it's terrible. We'll get some proper whiskey.
Sounds good. That's why I was asking, because like, do you have a specific like route that you take? That you know the better runs than us plebeians with the big tall plastic cups.
Dude, I mean,
take a picture, Granny.
The last time I was there, or like the last 2 or 3 times, would have been for work.
You didn't party though while you were there?
Oh damn it! Wait. It would have been like work parties.
So you have to like behave yourself.
Yeah, you should. So it'd be like some client invites us to some party where they've essentially rented out like a club or something. So that's
rented out a what?
A club.
Oh, okay. I haven't been to a party like that where they rent out a club, but I've definitely been to a couple parties where they'll rent out like the top floor of an establishment and then have like a little cocktail jazz party there.
Yep. Kind of same idea.
Yeah, that was cool. Sounds a little bit like a step above though. Actually having an entire club.
Oh, yeah, definitely cuts all the nonsense of going to a club. I hate standing.
Oh yes, I belong here.
I hate standing next to other people. I like sitting and having drinks brought to me. Win-win.
That's the ideal situation.
Yeah. And I mean, having to not pay for drinks is fantastic, but that's just
that's cool too.
Yeah.
That's also a really nice thing. I always feel compelled to order the fanciest thing I can think of whenever it's open bar. It's like normally I
as you should
don't have a what? Yeah, as you should. Normally I'll just like give me a beer or like a 2-part cocktail or whatever. But if it's open bar, I'm like, a Manhattan, give it to me.
Yeah, let's do some research on like good restaurants.
I could ask. I'm sure Paul would have a good opinion about that. He likes to live fancy.
Excellent. We go to a few decent Michelin star restaurants.
Say what?
A few Michelin star restaurants?
Oh.
Oh, Nina, survive.
You ever had a Boilermaker?
Oh, I want to say yes. There's actually a bar that I used to go to that was called the Boilermaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, like, obviously you gotta have one there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's, do you like them?
Not particularly.
No, I think they're disgusting. The only way I could, like, and I don't really consider it a Boilermaker because it's two different drinks if you drink one then the other.
Mm-hmm.
But like some people will chase the shot of whiskey with just gulping some beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, okay, I mean, that's way less horrible than mixing them together. But I would not consider that a Boilermaker. I think it's a Boilermaker when you add them together.
And drink it at the same time.
Yeah, and it's not good.
That's not. Yeah, it's not really good.
Although I have seen, I think it might be slightly less horrible. It might still be bad, but doing a shot of Jameson in a Guinness.
Oh,
might be less terrible than like
that could actually be kind of interesting.
Jack in a Budweiser or something.
Yeah, that sounds vile. But I mean, Guinness has some good weight to it.
Right.
Like it's a nice stout, heavy stout.
Right. Yeah, I'm not even really a big fan of Guinness in the first place. I'll drink it if someone gives me one, but like
I love Guinness.
But yeah, because it's just so like heavy.
I feel like I can chew it.
But that's like the only reason why I think that adding a shot of whiskey to it would be acceptable because it's got so much body to it.
There's like so much stuff going on in there.
It'll be absorbed by all the other caramel stuff in there. Or is it caramel flavor or is it more like a coffee or something, whatever that makes it dark?
Both? Like
Maybe
I'm sure you'll get kind
yeah.
of like caramel coffee notes for sure.
There's definitely a lot of stuff going on in Guinness.
feel like there's no one in these woods. I don't get where we're supposed to go.
Vic, come back. Hope these guys like pork.
Don't really know what that move does. Ugh.
No.
That's it, like, improves their evade.
Yeah, it doesn't really tell you.
Mm-mm.
Is there like a scan spell that you can use on them? It'll tell you what like is active on them.
Not that I can think of. Actually,
Well,
I think
then
that
that
ups their attack a lot.
Huh.
Because I remember they would hit him for just like double digits.
Okay. I guess you can infer that by
But
the damage that they're doing now, but like,
maybe it also
if that's the only
ups-
way that they tell you, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of like bad game design.
Yeah, it's like, what does it do?
Great, he flashed. That was a problem with Final Fantasy VI as well, where they wouldn't like indicate what status effects the enemies had on them. It would do it for you for whatever aura you were glowing.
Oh, you mean like if they do some obscure move?
Yeah, like if they cast float on themselves, like you can't tell if they're floating, or even if they have haste or berserk, like they don't change color. They don't have a little thing above their head.
Yeah,
The
I
only
mean,
thing that
I
we
guess
can
if you
tell-
saw that they cast it, you're like, okay, I guess it worked.
Yeah, unless it says miss.
Yeah.
What's up, Dash Frame?
Yo.
We've
What's
got
going on,
about a
Dash Frame?
half hour left on this stream. We're trying to squeeze as much out of the week as we can.
Doing well. How's your week been?
Oh yeah, I heard that there's a big ol' heat wave for you guys.
Oh, in Baltimore as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know in the Northwest, like Oregon,
Oh, yeah,
Washington.
It's worse there, but they're getting it too. It's slightly amusing to me that I mean, because like for us last week it was like super hot. It was getting up to like the high 100 and teens. And now while everyone else has their heat waves going on, it's gone down just a little bit to like 105, which it feels amazing out here. 105 is like great. It feels awesome.
Good lord.
So like everyone's like, oh no, 95 and humid, which is bad. It is bad, but like Arizona is supposed to be like the hottest place ever, always. Though next month is supposed to be the hottest month that Arizona or Phoenix experiences every year. So we'll see how bad it gets.
Like 115-ish? 120?
Oh, actually, I think it said that the average high temperature for like last year's or the year before or whatever the internet said was like 105, which seems super low. So
well,
like,
if
I
it's
feel
the
like
average, but
yeah, but even still, the average, the average high temperature it was supposed to be. Um, like, I would think that it would still be at least closer to 110, the average high temperature. Because, like,
just
every day last week, or the week before, or whatever, um, yeah, it was last week, was really hot. Way over 105.
mm, too hot. And the only thing in LA, my sister's place doesn't have AC.
Oh no. Why?
Well, you know the California thing, like fair chance that most places don't have AC, but you're gonna have a heater for whatever reason. Did you?
No.
Well, I think your place, like growing up, you always had AC in your houses.
Yeah, I thought that
Like,
was standard.
Nope. I swear it's not. Like 50%
It's
of the
too
time,
hot sometimes.
you're not gonna have AC, but like your house will definitely come with a heater for whatever reason.
And it's like rarely too cold.
Yes.
Rarely too cold. What the fuck, California?
Yeah, it's a California thing.
No, I didn't know
Like,
that was a normal thing.
You can bet on a heater, but not necessarily on an AC.
No basements. Nobody has a basement.
Oh, that I think is an earthquake thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That one actually makes sense.
But yeah, their place has a heater, of course, because every house will come with a heater, but it doesn't have AC.
How do they deal with it being too hot?
I don't know.
All the fans?
Well, there's fans and the doors are open and stuff like that, so there's actually breeze.
You can buy yourself a AC unit, like stick the hose out the window or whatever.
They do. So Chloe, like my sister's daughter, like she's 2, so her room actually has AC, and it has one of those.
Princess Chloe.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna go hang out in Chloe's room where there's AC. But also it's me and heat, and like that just like they're fine with it. Like if it's like 78 inside, they're okay. Whereas like I'm having like heat stroke.
But I mean, 78 sounds great to me too. But yeah, I get it. Some people they just don't have the heat tolerance.
78 is a disaster.
I think both of us are at extreme ends of our respective heat tolerance.
Like 78 indoors and stuffy, like I'm already getting a headache. Like
wow.
It's over.
How are you in saunas, steam rooms?
Oh, saunas are fantastic. I love saunas.
What? That's the opposite of what I thought you would say. Like I can't last 3 seconds in one of those.
Oh man,
I literally cannot breathe. I'm gonna die. I have to go.
No, a sauna's fantastic. Although one time, like we were on this trip with Kang's family to, we were in Korea in Seoul, and we went to the sauna and they have like a ice room where I want to say it was. Sorry, I'm not sure what this is in Fahrenheit, but it was like minus 10 Celsius.
Okay.
That room was fantastic.
Sounds like about 25 degrees.
Maybe less. Something like that.
Oh wow!
Well,
really?
Just look it up.
Okay. Oh.
So you're just in like.
You said minus 10 Celsius.
Minus 10 Celsius, I think that's what it was. And it's not like there's like cold air blowing on you or anything like
it's
that.
14 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god.
Oh man, like I must have spent like 45 minutes in that room.
No to both of those things for me.
Because there's no air blowing on you, so you're not like freezing or anything like that.
Yeah, you are. I would be.
And it's the
Chills to the bone.
same structure as like a sauna, so you just have like your little wood benches and like things like that.
That you get stuck to immediately.
Yeah, strangely enough, you don't. So I didn't think of that at the time, but like you don't stick to it.
Wow.
I didn't try licking it though.
I would not do that.
Yeah, no.
Um, uh,
But that was by far like the best room.
Oh my god. I've never tried like a heat room. I don't know what you call it, but like basically a sauna without the steam. Like if it was just a hot room, I could handle that. But like it's the amount of steam in there. Like I'm like I feels like I'm breathing in water, which you are obviously, but like I'm like, drowning here. This is not good.
Yeah,
getting
so I mean,
waterboarded by steam. Basically, it feels that way to me. So like, I freak out and I can't be in there. And then cold, just no.
The cold's way better because I know what you mean about the sauna. Like you can't sit in there forever. Like it's it is humid and it's hot. And then like I don't think you should be in there for that long anyway. But the cold rooms have none of that.
But I would be cold, and I hate being cold, so no.
Yeah, maybe you might. I was just like perfectly comfortable.
No, it sounds absolutely terrible to me. Why do people do this?
Ryu, why are you missing?
But I really do think that the heat out here feels less bad than heat even in Denver. And Denver's not all that humid at all. And same goes for Vegas. Like the heat here and the heat in Vegas are basically the same kind of heat. Where like for me, like I can be driving around in my car and it's like 100 degrees. My windows are up and my air is not on.
Ew.
And I'm just like, it's warm. I like it.
Ew, that's filthy. Well, and also for me, like, I would be sweating profusely. Like it's pretty bad. So, this is, like, super gross. I had to go to Singapore for work. And I think I was in Singapore for, like, 2 weeks. It was probably right around 2 weeks. It would have been slightly over a week for sure, just because like typically how the work things went. And then obviously it was towards the tail end of summer, like getting into fall, if I remember correctly.
It's on the northern hemisphere, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's obviously Singapore, so it's kind of warm year round, I think.
How is it?
And I would take the subway, like the train, to work.
That's horrible.
Well, it's fine. It's actually like it's super comfortable. Like once you get into the train station, it's air conditioned. Like the trains are ultra clean and beautiful. Like everything is super.
Oh, really?
Clean. Yeah.
It's not overcrowded.
Is it crowded? It's crowded. Not as crowded as New York.
Okay.
Or at least at the time that I went, or maybe where I was going, it wasn't. But it's not like you're shoulder to shoulder, like fighting people or anything like that. But the train station is super comfortable, and I'm used to like train stations in New York where you get into the train station and then you've entered the sauna. So it's like, oh, it's fantastic.
And you can't leave, and you're in all your clothes.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, so the hotel I stayed at, there's like a short walk like down the block to get to the closest subway entrance. And then maybe like a 10-minute, 15-minute walk from the exit of the subway station to where like the office was. So it was Philips. So there's like a Philips Microsystems office, and that's where I had to walk to.
Philips.
And basically by the time I would get there, I would like just totally drenched.
Oh god.
Yeah. Like just a complete disaster. And I was like, I feel like I need to bring a separate shirt for the time that I get to work just to change into it.
Happen there waiting for you.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Or have like a leaf blower and just dry me off with a leaf blower.
Well, I mean, like, I understand. Like, I used to, when I was in college in Denver, it was a fairly long walk to the train station, bus station, whatever. I had to take both. And like in the middle of summer, whether like you like the heat or not, you're gonna be sweating. So I would just walk there without my shirt on because like it would be drenched by the time I got there, and then I'd be sitting in class being like, "I look at my sweat stains." Like gross.
So,
yeah, I would put my shirt back on when I got to the bus.
I didn't think of doing that in Singapore. You might go to jail.
Well, I wasn't walking around the city either. I was walking around the suburbs. But it's pretty humid out there. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, in Singapore it's pretty humid.
Ew.
Or at least for me, that's what I'd call it.
When I went to Florida that summer in the early 2000s, it was horrible. So fucking humid. Like I didn't know the air could get that humid. Just like outside air.
How is this possible?
Yeah. It was stifling. Be true.
Ow. There's like no way to get down there though. Go. Ouch. Don't run into those plants.
You got nettled.
This thing cracker.
These things are so fucking weird.
I want to know who, like, the enemy designer artist was.
Someone insane.
Pop. Oh. Excellent. Did we make it?
Are we through the woods?
That's just a land. Bonk. Good job, Nina. Okay then.
What?
I just said if you're looking for the Oracle, you'll find her here.
Oh. Are you her? Oh god.
Oh, excellent. What? That's it?
That wasn't a whole lot of information from an oracle.
Yeah.
I bet she's just a crazy ass old lady. Ranting about dragons.
The Tower of Wind. Alright, who went all this way? Let's burgle you. Flat top.
Hope there's a save point around. We got about 15 minutes left.
Oh yeah, I think we can just like get out of here.
Oh. Aurum.
Arm?
Armumum.
all that just to go back. Or maybe this is a shortcut exit. Yes. Okay. Got it. This is the time that they choose to be specific about the order of things.
I know, it's like, great, thanks for really spelling that out. We could actually use that.
Where were you before?
Right, why didn't this ever happen regularly?
It's like, oh, you mean, so go to this desert and walk east?
Yes. Honestly, that should be like the thing that they do every time you like go to a campsite is like they'll just like recap what currently they're trying to get done.
I think they do kind of do that. Like, I think if you go to the campsite, they'll repeat the same info so you can kind of figure out where you're at.
Oh, good. But it seems like, at least with that like go east thing, it was still very like non-specific.
Yeah. I don't need to be spoon-fed, so you can kind of figure that stuff out. But yeah, like, why are they being so explicit right now? He's betrayed you. Where'd he go?
I'll kick his dog ass.
Most likely. But I thought... You thought wrong.
Supposed to be man's best friend.
Not when he's half man.
No.
That's just her place.
You add dog to man, you get evil dog.
Man dog. What's this?
On cap.
Oh, is that... That's probably where we have to go after we get that flute. Yeah. Jump to it, you can reach it.
Friggin' Nina's got wings. The hell?
Yeah, she can ferry people over.
Or she could, Gray could like toss her and she'll get a flap of her wings, she'll make it. I cannot jump the distance. Toss me.
Toss me. Don't tell the elf. Something along those lines.
I think that's what he says. I haven't seen those movies in a long time. It's probably about time to watch them again.
Oh my god, I want to do like a extended cut marathon.
Oh, I haven't done that in even longer, but I have done that like twice at least.
All right, it's probably time to call it.
Cool. All right, I guess we'll be back on not this Sunday, huh? You'll be gone, huh?
Mm-hmm. Following Sunday?
Yeah. Following Sunday, I'll be gone.
3 Sundays from now.
We'll see. All right, but maybe next Tuesday we'll be back. Hopefully.
What is next Tuesday?
Are you gonna come back from your sister's place right after the 4th?
Negative. I'm back on the 7th.
Okay, well then.
That's a Wednesday.
The next Tuesday after that, we should be on.
It'll happen. Everyone else, cool. Enjoy your 4th and any other holidays you have planned.
Drink the beers, explode the things.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.